Just forgive me, sir, because of course, despite your, I'm sure, skills at diplomacy, you're not a career diplomat, neither am I, okay? But for anybody watching this in India and Pakistan, and especially if you happen to see a clip of this in Pakistan, let me just tell you what your government has done. The Indus Water Treaty is needed by Pakistan. Pakistan has done everything possible since it was signed 60s for 70 years, and we in India have done nothing, not a single project to hold back the waters of the Indus. In fact, more water flows into Pakistan every year than the 70% we are supposed to let flow, because we haven't built the canals and the dams even to use the part that we are supposed to use. So Pakistan desperately needs the Indus Water Treaty. So your response to something which you desperately needed was the revocation of something that India never wanted. It is genius. This is when you do a slow clap for the diplomatic establishment of the Pakistani state, all the feudal lords and ladies who come from Oxford and Cambridge. Very well taught they are, because anybody who knows anything about India knows that nobody wanted the Shimla Agreement. The Shimla Agreement returned the POWs to Pakistan, returned the land to Pakistan, created the LOC which we didn't want to recognize. Indira Gandhi has been criticized for 50 years for agreeing to Zulfikar's emotional blackmail and signing this, as you can see in a photograph on your screens. So your solution or your response to something that is a debilitating blow to you is to do India a favor. I can't stop smiling about it. Now, obviously, practically on the ground, the LOC doesn't cease to exist overnight, but legally, the LOC doesn't exist. The legal Indian position is Jammu and Kashmir is a constitutional part of India. So, Indira Gandhi made the mistake of legally recognizing the existence of the LOC. That LOC now no longer exists. The peace deal of 1972 no longer exists. Let me get Rajan Khanna into this. Rajanji, let me just absorb this development, because I'm trying not to smile, because the gravitas of the situation is so serious in the backdrop of something so violent and murderous that has taken place. But what do you make of Pakistan's diplomatic coup? Wow, what a genius move.
You see, there are two parts of the whole incident. One thing is, this terrain they chose because of peculiarity of the terrain. I very frequently go to Kashmir Valley for my documentary shooting.
Sorry to distract you, sir. I didn't want to go back to Pahalgam for just a second. I want to ask you on the Shimla agreement.
Yeah, Shimla, okay. Shimla, because the voice was distorting. Shimla, you see, Pakistan, ever since we signed Indus Water Treaty with them right from 1960, we have had many agreements with them. That was Tashkent, we signed in 1965, 1972, we had Shimla agreement, and then we had Lahore Declaration in 1999. Tell me, which agreement was there other than Indus Water Treaty, which Pakistan abided by? They have, just now you said they say we are going to keep this Shimla agreement in abeyance. Which provision of Shimla agreement they people have abided by? They Bhutto very smartly, manipulated Mrs. Indira Gandhi in 1972. P.N. Haksar, who was present in the meeting at that time, Indira Gandhi's personal secretary, he wrote later on in his memoirs, he said we wanted at that time Kashmir issue to be settled forever. Mr. Bhutto told Mrs. Gandhi, if I go back to Pakistan, a defeated prime minister with 90,000 soldiers in your captivity, so what face I will show to the people? So please give me some time. I will return after 6 months and we will have permanent solution to Kashmir problem, which never happened. And you know what Bhutto did after that? After he went back, he took 93,000 prisoners of war also back from us. And then, he started making preparations for their nuclear program, which he did in Multan, in one cowshed. That happened immediately after he came here to sign this Shimla agreement. That is, it's a very long story. So no agreement Pakistan abided by. All the agreements, 1999 at one place, Mr. Vajpayee, he's been declaring, he's been going to Minar of Pakistan and say, okay, and old RSS men, RSS, the existence of Pakistan, RSS say this is the Khand Bharat. He goes there